White is also the based conservative. It's a college. This guy's a professor.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope all is good wherever you are. In this video, we have Dr. Sam Richards, who is a teacher at Penn State University. I love his content. I will link the full-length video that this clip was taken out from in the description down below. This man puts out great content. Why do you agree with him or not? These are discussions that should be had in university, that used to be had in university, that now, because of a lot of these leftist universities, we are not having anymore. We're just trying to indoctrinate people. This is a clip where he discusses with students the statistics on cops on black crime in America. Let's get into it.
All right, here we go. Let's talk about Black Lives Matter. So this guy started it, and here's what he said. So this guy started it.
It's Penn State University.
And here's what he said.
I'll read that. I'm not going to stand up to show pride in the flag for a country that oppresses black people and other people of color. To me, this is bigger than football, and it would be selfish on my part to look the other way. Now, he didn't create Black Lives Matters, but he's set it off because he's a celebrity. His name is Colin Kaepernick. If you want to look up, I don't know if he's white or black or what he is, but he's an idiot. That's for damn sure.
It's bigger than football. Oppresses black people. And we're talking about violence. This initially emerged as a result of violence against black people, killing black people. Okay? Go to the next slide. What's it take? This is from just last week in St. Louis. Protests that arose as a result of the plea of police killing a young black man who was running from them, and they were driving away from them, and where all sorts of things happened, but the police officer got off. And so people went out into the street. And so the question is, what's it take to get people out into the street?
I think it takes, just killing, when they realize, their own people or their own kind is getting shot or getting killed or being oppressed by the cops. That's when it just takes them, this is just it, I have to protest.
I have to protest.
Yes.
Done.
Yeah.
Something happened.
It's so funny that they never think that, hey, why are we always rioting over a black man who is a rapist, gang rapist, child rapist, murderer, punches old ladies in the face? Why do we always, if there's such a, if they're just killing randomly just because they're black, then if they're doing that, then obviously there's got to be at least one good guy, right? That doesn't never broke the law. Why don't they ever riot for those people? Oh, because they don't exist. Oh, okay, I get it.
Something I see, it's done. I'm out. I'm in the streets. So let's look at the data, because I see signs like this. Police must stop shooting us. It's a genocide. I was going to put a sign up and I didn't take it down. Someone had a sign.
This word genocide needs to be taken out of everyone's vocabulary, okay? You don't know what a genocide is, all right? You have no clue. You think a couple people, even if thousands were killed, who gives a crap? That's not a genocide, okay?
That said, it's a genocide of black people. Right? Genocide of black people, okay? So we're going to look at the data here. Go to the next one. People were killed by the police in 2016. How many people were killed by the police in 2016? What do you think?
You know what's funny is that, Gaza, I looked up their census, their own goddamn census, that they say, apparently their population has grown every year, for decades, or whenever they were created or whatever, right? How are they having a genocide at the same time that their population has a massive growth every year? How is that possible? In the last 4 or 5 years, 40,000, not a couple, 40,000 Christians have been killed in Muslim countries. And also the normal Muslims, they kill them too at not almost, but somewhat at a great rate. But nobody even talks about that, let alone calling it a genocide.
I don't want to guess because I got it so wrong last time.
No, that's okay. No, guess. That's what this is about.
I'm going to say 1,000.
All right, here we go. 2016, 963.
1,000 people.
Okay? You both nailed it. You're good.
That's overall, 1,000 people were killed by the police. Whether it was unarmed, armed, every situation where someone was died because of the police. There's thousands of them. Think about this. There's millions of interactions with police every year. Killing 1,000 people, and you know most of them 1,000 people, if not all, are bad people. You know what I mean? That's actually a very good... I would be killing, if it was just me and I was cloned and I was put in every police station, I'd be killing more than 1,000 people a year. That's for damn sure.
And who are these people? What's their background? Right? Who are the people that got killed? Of 963, how many do you think were black?
I would say about 600 would be black.
600.
And then like the rest would be like maybe Hispanic.
600
Yeah, like none of them are white. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
were black. What would you say?
That's how you know when these two, this black chick and this white chick, are the most racist. Everyone in the class, pretty much in college, they're all freaking a bunch of racist pieces of shit. Okay, they sit around talking about how they're oppressed. They don't know what oppression is. They're in a goddamn college, for Christ's sakes.
Probably like 500.
Here we go.
Like the majority of people are freaking white. Okay, half are white. And there's 60% of the population is white. It, you know, makes sense.
I'm surprised.
Okay.
Then you see, look, even though there's 4 times as many white people as black people, so this should be 120, maybe 110 black people, you know, give or take, if it was, you know, the same rate of killing, right? But it's twice as much. But taking into the fact that blacks, you know, when you're talking about 50% of the murders, 80% of the violent crime, of course they're going to be killed more. They're crazy. They fed into this victim ideology, and so they all became black supremacists to fight against racism. Yeah, it all makes sense.
Yeah.
So we're off, right? If you're, what do you think about that number?
This is actually kind of surprising. I honestly thought it would be more black people because they show more black people getting like, I know, they like make it seem like black people are always getting like killed by the cops more than on Twitter. I only seen one video of a white guy getting shot like 7 times, but that was just like a couple days ago. Apart from that.
What would you say?
I find that kind of surprising too, but like I agree. Like I see more media like showing black people getting killed by police than white.
See, this is the problem with humans. They care about what they see with their own eyes instead of just looking at the goddamn data. You don't have to listen to the news. You don't have to listen to anyone. All you have to do is go look at the goddamn data. It's like freaking Jesus Christ. What's wrong with
So it's probably
humans?
just like in my mind, since I see it more, then it happens more.
Okay.
This is just like COVID. COVID acted it was slightly worse on old people, and it was slightly better for kids. And yet, it turned into this big pandemic epidemic, even though no one was really dying at any more rate than you would the flu.
So go to the next one. So here's...
If you like these videos, you like this type of content, please consider subscribing to the...
And the why? Why is because they kept... If anyone died in a car accident, they tested them for COVID. If they had COVID, they marked it down. There's a COVID death. Oh, someone got shot in the head. Did he have COVID? Yeah, he had COVID. There's a COVID death. You know, people go into the hospital. Well, I got a broken arm. I'm going to get my arm fixed and leave. Well, let's test you first for COVID. Do you have COVID? Yes, you have COVID. Oh, well, then you went to the hospital because you had COVID. Put you down as one of the people that went to the hospital for COVID.
To the channel, help it grow. Leave a thumbs up on the video. That really helps me out. Let's get back to the clips.
U.S. population by ancestry. Okay? So here we are, 63 right now. In 2016, 63% white, 17% Hispanic Latin. You see the numbers, right? So let's break this down and what we're talking about. Next slide. So here's the likelihood of being killed by the police. This is not, if you're doing illegal activity, this is just breaking it down. So you have 1 in 250,000 for black people. White people, clearly you're less likely to be killed if you're white. And are those numbers large? Are those numbers large to you?
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, no. Those numbers are freaking... those numbers are low. They should actually be killing a lot more people than that, okay? We're talking about 330 million people in this country. We're talking about millions and millions and millions of interactions with police. Those are like astoundingly low, okay? I almost feel like the cops should just start killing people just so that it gets up to a normal number. But this bitch right here, see, that's the fucking trick they try to get you with these Democrats. They want zero racism. They want zero emissions. They want zero pollution. Zero this. There's no such thing as zero, okay? You'll never get down to zero on anything. You take it down to the normal amount, like with pollution. You take it down to like 98%. They want to spend trillions and trillions to get that last 2% out, even though it only takes $1 billion to get the first 98% out. It makes no sense. You cannot, just like racism. I want to get rid of, you can't. Being racist just means you're an asshole. You cannot get rid of assholes. That's not possible. But that's how you know you're a racist piece of garbage. When you start saying this stuff, how things should be zero tolerance, we should not, that's how you know they're a racist piece of garbage, like this black chick and this white chick. They are garbage.
They are?
What will you, like,
Is 1 in 250,000, is that high?
no. It's,
Oh,
I don't.
Go ahead. No, just go ahead.
I don't really know. Like, it's a lot. Like, that ratio is a lot different than the rest.
You can. Okay, hang on.
Like,
Okay, why don't you answer it in the same way that you answered the other question?
Yeah.
depends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked you the same question. Is
I
that
know.
high?
You don't have enough information to really actually to make a decision, but these kids, these freaking racist pieces of garbage, they just jump to conclusions on everything.
Not high, but it still does depend on the situation. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
No, hang on. I'll help you, though. No, I'm not trying to trap you, by the way.
No.
The same answer flies
Yeah.
here. Because it just depends. It's high. It's still 1 out of 250,000 is still high.
Yeah.
1 out of 250 million is high. If you're that one person, and if that's your family, like if that's someone...
No. Even if my kid got shot by the cops it doesn't change the fact that it's actually pretty good damn data. That is good. That's a good running record. 1 out of like 2, 3, 4, 500,000 people. Well, that's good. You pick. That's what it is. They want perfection, okay? And there's no such thing as perfection, okay? When humans are concerned, and that's what the trick is. The trick is they want you to believe that perfection is obtainable. It's not obtainable. Grow up and stop acting like a 2-year-old child.
Someone in your family, doesn't matter if it's 1 out of 250 million. It matters if your father is the only police officer that's hurt in the line of duty in all of the next 10 years. That's still too high. It's still unacceptable to you, right?
No, it's not. It's not acceptable. If I have a child and he's a cop and he gets, it's not unacceptable. It's not, no. Wanting perfection, that's unacceptable, okay? That's unacceptable. Accepting data, accepting that no system is perfect, that's okay. That's normal, okay? These kids have been taught that it's not normal. It's only normal to accept perfection.
What do you think about the number 1 in 250,000?
I actually think that's, I don't know. I think that's pretty high, just because it's like a person. No matter like
Just because
every
it's a
life
person,
matters. So,
my emotions and feelings, they tell me that it's not good, so I just gotta I gotta accept perfection. If it's not perfection, then it's bad. What a cunt.
I think 1 out of 250,000 is like, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Okay, but listen, can I throw something at you now?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why these people are so entitled. They're so narcissistic that they think that they can't settle for anything less than perfection. That's how much a piece of garbage they think that they're so better than everyone else that they can only accept perfection. The rest of us just have to live in reality and say perfection does not exist.
You see, the one girl, she mentions the media, and the media is a big problem with this. They have an agenda. They're generally very left-leaning. There's tons of crime. If you go on Twitter, you can find this. Tons of crime on white people done by black kids in school, just beating up white kids. And you never hear of it because, unfortunately, that's not the skin color that these leftist media want to push as victims. they like to show black people being victims or other ethnicity being victims. I don't blame the other ethnicities. I blame the mainstream media for trying to push a certain